Breaking right now, a third Netflix star has savaged with Love Meghan and said that the program has been made solely to burn the royal family.
Buckle up, folks, because today we are diving into a shocking revelation that could change everything we know about the royal family. Meghan Markle's hidden agenda, her ultimate plan, exposed. Is her multi-million-dollar Netflix deal a secret weapon to take down the monarchy? Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear will leave you speechless.
Now, this is Whitney Cumming. She has had 2 hit stand-up programs on the streaming service, and she says that Netflix is allowing With Love Meghan to be used simply to troll King Charles, Prince William, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and the other relatives in the royal family. Watch her extraordinary attack.
I don't think she's trying to make a good show for you guys. No offense. This is nothing to do with making a good show. This show to me is just her subtly roasting the royal family. This isn't made for us. This is made for like 30 people in that castle. That's all she's doing. She's just doing this with her in-laws. Like, she's making this show at them. Like, it's not for us, you guys.
Angela Levin, our royal mastermind, the biographer of Prince Harry and Queen Camilla, is in the house with us. Angela, this is astonishing, isn't it? Because this attack from Whitney Cumming follows a similar takedown from Catherine Ryan. It's very clear these Netflix stars are not really liking sharing the platform with Ms. Meghan Markle.
Yeah, well, they can see right through her now. At first, initially, they gave her a chance and they thought, well, she's had a hard time, but they can now see that she's a monster. And I say that because she's so cruel, and she'll do anything to upset the royal family. She couldn't care less, but she does it in a very cunning way that she sort of says something, so they can't actually pick on it and attack her with that. It's a sort of a complaint that people pick up and realize when they look at it, especially a second time, that she's trying to do, I'm going to get you. And in any case, she's not going to listen now. She can do exactly what she wants. Now that she's got her wonderful Instagram, she can do whenever she wants to do it.
In 2020, Meghan and Harry inked a jaw-dropping deal with Netflix, worth a rumored $100 million. But this isn't just about content. This is about control, influence, power. With millions of viewers worldwide, their productions have the potential to reshape the narrative surrounding the royal family. But here's where things get dark.
Doing stupid things like balloons when there's not a child in the area is laughable, but she doesn't care because she wants to just float away with whatever she likes. And she doesn't care about anyone. But if she can get her teeth into any of the senior royals, she'll be absolutely delighted. And I think it's very uncomfortable because, the Charles and Camilla are older now. And so it's harder for them to sort of fight back. But they've got to look after their health. They've got lots to do. And it's actually making things more difficult for them at one level. And at the other level, they're trying to forget it altogether, which is not easy because, a father loves his son, whatever, but he can't actually talk to him because he knows he will start shouting and making a noise and saying, you still haven't apologized to Meghan. Well, I don't think anyone should apologize to Meghan. I think Meghan should apologize to everybody else. There would be nobody would have heard her. She wouldn't have podcasts, more than a few hundred people looking at it, eating bits from it. But she's not interested in that. She's got to the top now. She feels ready. She's gathered everything she needs, and she's going to just fire them at all of us and couldn't care less. I mean, it's scary, actually. I think she's got to a very scary age, and that's why the facial she decided to use is very, very nasty.
Indeed. And Angela Levin, it's not just Netflix stars who have been highly critical of
No.
Meghan Markle. It includes really respected commentators, including Tina Brown, who is quite significant in all of this because she was relatively tight to Princess Diana in the 1990s, and she's considered one of those doyen of royal reporters. And in a conversation on her Substack with Janice Min, who again is a highly regarded Hollywood woman, you know, a big Hollywood executive who has run lots of the big publications over there, including the Hollywood Reporter and now the Ankler. And Angela, I mean, they're just damning. So look, let's watch what they have to say, and I'll get you to react off the back.
Their docuseries Harry and Meghan was marketed as a love story, but in reality, it was a strategic hit piece against the monarchy, carefully curated, selectively edited, and designed to paint Meghan as the ultimate victim while portraying the royals as cold, oppressive villains. Was this just storytelling, or was it part of a bigger plan to bring down the institution itself?
It was just, as you say, just so unbelievably inauthentic, really. And she's still searching for that thing that makes her authentic. But, you know, it's like it's like she wants to go back to that era, I think, that was for her a much better era. But in the meantime, all of this stuff has happened. So probably it would have been better if she had been like Megyn Kelly, coming back like it should have been her sitting there saying, will someone, for God's sake, get me an effing project? It's like, I don't have anything to do. I can't hang on to staff. Like, I don't know what am I going to, you know, I'm at my wit's end. I mean, it's like, it actually would have been refreshing to see a bit of that.
I would watch that all day long. If she said, you know what? Like, this stuff is, having a career is hard. This is my escape. I just, you know, it's kind of like my meditation. I like to cook and do this kind of domestic things. You can laugh at this, but I'm trying to build a business. So this is what I'm doing. And I just be honest about it, right?
Yeah, I agree. But you could also, it's really almost as if she really, at this point, she just needs like more money, and then she doesn't have to do any job. You know, I'm sorry, but clearly she likes her Montecito life. Who wouldn't? I mean, I was very envious looking out at those mountains, and I just thought, you know, Meghan's house, whoever's house it was, it all looked pretty pleasant. It looked pretty pleasant. What wasn't pleasant was having to kind of like schlep around doing this ridiculous show, you know, and have to deal with all that kind of aggravation of everybody hating it and all that. But also it was like, I just feel bad for her because it's like she just gets it wrong. I mean, even when she just announced it, suddenly there was the fire, so she then has to put it off. So then she puts it off, and what happens is like, oh, World War III is
and they weren't finished there.
Let's talk about Meghan's true ambitions, Hollywood. Sources close to the couple reveal she's been working behind the scenes to rebrand herself as the next global power player. With Netflix, Hollywood elites, and political connections, she's positioning herself as more than just a duchess.
You know, we have, you know, everybody's minds are on like Zelensky and Ukraine, and she's sort of still sort of standing there with her, you know, country girl basket like full of chives or whatever it is. I don't know.
But anyway. I know it feels like it was created. It was filmed in a mental institution for wealthy women. I mean, it kind of had that like lobotomized vibe. That is for sure.
It was lobotomized vibe is right. I don't know. Have you ever met a beekeeper? I just find this whole hive stuff so kind of oddly cloying, if that's the word, for making all that honey. I wanted to sort of throw up afterwards. I had so much sugar in my system.
Well, you know. Tina, do you think she's ever met a beekeeper until that guy who looks like Weird Al Yankovic showed up on the set? I mean, honestly, do you think they'd ever met until 5 minutes before?
And Angela, Tina Brown followed this up by writing, Meghan has come out with a show about fake perfection just when the zeitgeist has turned raucously against it. Do you agree with her analysis?
Yes, I do. I think she also said that she was masquerading as an influencer. And I think that's very good too, that she's sort of giving that image, but not entirely, because she doesn't want you to be to know exactly what she is. She's you know, hopping from one to another to keep you interested. And in fact, you get very annoyed and very bored. But I think she's just I hope she's a one-off, and is so many characters or so many arguments or so many reasons not to do this and to do something else. And then to leave your husband who one hour she's kissing him and cuddling him and holding him and absolutely, oh, I love him so much. And the next he's only allowed 3 minutes in a 8 part story about her eating and what she likes to cook. So he's sort of shriveled up. He's shriveled up, and that's how she likes it.
Could this be part of a larger plot to replace the monarchy's influence with her own? But here's the twist. This plan might be backfiring. Public opinion is shifting. Royal supporters are fighting back, and people are starting to see through the carefully crafted PR machine. The question is, will Meghan and Netflix succeed in rewriting history, or will the truth finally come out?
The royal is there. He doesn't need to say anything. He doesn't want him to say anything. He has to walk behind her. He has to tell her how wonderful she is all the time. But she's not actually doing anything properly, is she?
No.
And using her children to help get a lot of people watching, because none of us know them or see them or have seen them run around or talk or anything else. It's just for herself. And I think that's, I said to you before, I think it's awful to use children for that. It's for yourself. Everything's for yourself. And that's why people of all sorts just feel that now she's a really dreadful woman that you should keep well away from.
Indeed. And oh my goodness, Tina Brown actually went even further. Angela, this was in her post on Substack. And again, I really agreed with her. She wrote, this was of Meghan. She said, masquerading as an influencer, she's the ultimate follower, which means inevitably she is behind the curve. It didn't take a rocket scientist to know that at age 94, the monarch, this is referring to Queen Elizabeth II, clearly only had a few years more to live. At which point, the family chess pieces would start to move around the royal power board. All Meghan had to do was shut up and wait. Go quiet for a couple of years, start a family, keep her eyes trained on the splendid royal real estate that would soon come up for grabs. But of course, Angela, she couldn't do that, could she?
No, you see, that's very interesting, isn't it? Because she can't just wait. We've seen that.
What do you think? Is Meghan Markle's Netflix empire an innocent storytelling venture, or is it a calculated move to destroy the royals? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you love getting the real truth behind the headlines, make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next.